All right, welcome. We are at the Varsity headquarters, global headquarters. We've never done a video in here, I don't think. This is the first one, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Welcome to our home away from home.
yes, great space here. We got Justin working hard over here. And many of you, our clients, know about these two over here, Jenny and Mara. They make our world go round at Varsity and literally are the best in the business. So, huge shout out to them for what they're doing. All right, so July was a very busy month. We're sitting here at the beginning of August. We'll get into the market here in a little bit, but just personally, professionally, what are we seeing? What happened in July?
Gosh, for Varsity, it was another busy month of listing properties. We brought a lot of great properties to market. Been fortunate to get some of them pending. Also working with some great motivated buyers, so it's been really good as a company. The other thing is the COBA Tour of Homes has been taking place the second and third weekend of the month. I'm sure you saw signs out there. Maybe some of you visited some of those homes. Varsity was fortunate enough to represent 3 different builders within the Tour of Homes. And so we want to congratulate Structure Development, Hiatus Homes, and Rustling Homes. They all won different awards within their category and their price point. So congratulations to them. Thank you for your trust with us representing you guys out in the market and on the tour. Justin, what should we talk about?
Talked about your homes already?
Yep.
The market.
The
Let's
market.
talk about the market.
Sam, what is happening in the market right now? A lot of headlines out in the news. Let's break it down.
Yeah, so people seem to be paying attention right now because they're noticing there's a lot of homes on the market. If you drive around town, you see all these signs. That would be reflected in the numbers. There's about 5 months worth of inventory on the market again in July. And so what that basically says is buyers got options, right? They can be picky, they can be patient, they can be choosy, and we're certainly seeing that. And those are just the buyers that are shopping. And flip the script a little bit. There's not a lot of buyers even out there in the first place. However, we did see an elevated count of transactions closing last month, which is a good sign. About 166 homes in Bend sold, which if you look back historically over the past 2 years is actually one of the highest numbers of transaction closed in any given month. So that is a positive sign. Interest rates are still just kind of chugging along. We're in the mid to low sixes depending on what kind of borrower you are. There is some speculation that maybe that starts to get better, but we've also been talking about that for a while. So no promises there. But it does feel like in some ways that, yes, it's sluggish. It's kind of just chugging along, but it does feel in some ways that we're kind of getting past what I call the June gloom, which is just people are distracted with summer getting started and all that. And we're getting past that, and people are actually coming back out in a little bit of more force to buy and transact right now. So we'll see what happens. Of course, as always, we'll keep you posted. We'll see. I think there's going to be some still softening in the prices as we see almost 50% of listings out there on the market right now have taken some sort of price reduction. So that is just naturally going to bring home prices down a bit. That's also not super uncommon for this time of year. So it's nothing to freak out about. So stay watchful. If you have specific questions on the market, we have a full presentation, reports that we can go over and just clue you in. It's a simple phone call. Love to meet up for coffee or whatever it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for joining us this month. We hope to see you guys out on the river, at a concert, maybe up at the lake. I'm sure some kids' sporting event will be out there.
Yep.
Thanks again for your continued support. Be well.
Take care.